Good morning and good afternoon. We'll just give it another minute and we'll get started. We're going to be talking about our Moto Academy and Teach Me, two new tools that we're launching into the market. Good morning and good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm super excited to share with you some cool new tools that my team and I have been working on. One, we're going to introduce you to Moto Academy, and the other item is Teach Me. So basically, before we started on this work, we were thinking about how can we enable you, our dealer partners, with additional tools that can help you ensure that you maximize your opportunities through the platform. We know that our dealer success managers go out there and train your teams, but we wanted to ensure that you have some equipment that's available to you whenever you have time, whenever you're available, and really just to dive into and access this information as quickly as you need it in a bite-sized chunks as well. So the two things that I mentioned that we're going to be running through or give you an insight into, one is Moto Academy. It's a new self-learn hub that really focuses on digital retailing as an overview, best practices around the tool as well, and digs into different elements within the platform as well. So it gives you the ability to leverage this information when you require it, when it's relevant to you as well, where you can actually run through and complete these courses that we've broken down in here all the way through as well. We have quick quizzes in there to test your knowledge and the information that you may have retained from these as well. And then we have Teach Me, which is kind of like an extension. Teach Me is actually a in-app smart walkthrough application that lives in the backend of MotoCommerce. So it lives in your dealer dashboard. So again, if you're thinking about, well, how do I add a customer? How do I share that link? I know we've gone through it on the training, but I haven't practiced it, so I'm not 100%. This will be the perfect tool that will allow you to really practice anytime you want and any of the workflows that you want as well. So we'll look forward to seeing some activity in there and hoping that it can really help you drive those engagements and conversions that we know the tool can do. So today I am joined by Alex. Alex works on my team, and he's put a lot of effort and actually work and hours into building these two items out. So I thought it would be cool to have him on and just to give us an overview and run through of these two different tools, how they work, and then give you an understanding of where you can access it and what information is provided in there. So Alex, thanks so much for hopping on.
No problem. Happy to be here. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to jump right into Moto Academy, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So we have Moto Academy set up on its own separate domain. Once you enter the page, you have a couple options here. Option number one is if you have an existing Moto Academy account, you can use your credentials here to sign in into the platform. If you're not a registered user, you could simply register by clicking this button, and it's going to take you to a separate page within the site where you can put in your information. The great thing here is you don't have to wait for any kind of confirmation email. Once you put in your information, you'll be automatically redirected right into your user dashboard. And we also have here on this page a little kind of brief overview video to let you guys know what the Moto Academy is all about and what kind of value it can bring to you. So I already have an account set up, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Oh, sorry. Okay, perfect. So once I'm in my dashboards, there's a couple of things that I have available to me. So number one, at the very top, you're going to see that I have all the statistics for my progress, meaning I have my courses that are available, which I have 6, how many I've completed, how many certificates have been issued to me, and how many points I've got. The way we have it set up right now is every single course is tied to a certificate. So as I complete the courses, I'll get a certificate assigned to me, as well as every single course is valued at 20 points. So from here, I can actually keep track of all my progress for my courses. So if I expand all these sections, it's going to tell me, which courses I've completed, which ones I have already started. And it'll also let me know which quizzes I've completed, what scores I've gotten. And then from here, I can also click this little icon, and that's going to open up a separate page, and it's going to show me my completion certificate. And so these certificates are going to be issued, like I said, for every single course that you complete. Once you scroll to the bottom here, I'll just collapse this. This is the section where you're going to find all of the available courses within Moto Academy.
Yeah, so just a quick overview on that one, on how we try to break this down for you. And please don't think that it's overwhelming, because it's not. Like, we really try to make it as easily accessible and digestible as possible. So each one of these lessons within these courses are literally between a minute and a half. So you have the ability, as mentioned, to run through the whole course, which would probably take you about an hour and a half to complete, or you can actually just pick out the elements and pieces that you want to learn more about and understand more about as well. The way it's built, that you don't have to do it linearly, so one after the other, but you can literally, as mentioned, you can select the ones that are most relevant to whatever task that you have ahead of you, or also maybe parts of the digital retailing process or the actual tool that you're not so familiar with. So the first one, context around omnichannel success, how you can get there and how the tool can support you. Number two is everything you need to know about the tool. So we've actually broken down all the elements within the platform, again, into just quick lessons as well, so you understand where you can find it and how you can use those specific features. Then we go into more around the processes. So we've got how to use the tool for the management team or admins perhaps at the dealership. And then it comes to the actual processes around the tool. So how can you really simplify and supercharge your digital retailing by utilizing the different elements in the tool? And then the lesson number 5 is actually looking at different scenarios. So we talked about it a lot in the past as well. We can't just rely on organic traffic to find their way into the platform. We know that other consumers would be open to interacting that way and actually completing some of those steps, saving you time at the dealership. So this last number 5 course actually focuses on those different scenarios. And then we have 6, which is provides you with that certificate. So there's a final quiz to test everything you know about digital retail and the MotoCommerce tool to receive that final badge or certificate. Thanks, Alex. You can continue.
Yeah. Okay, and then at the bottom, we also have a couple other sections. We have product feature demos, which we're going to be including any new release feature demos here. So we encourage you to keep checking Moto Academy once in a while and see if there's any new videos that have been added that you could watch. At the very bottom here, we also have a couple of success stories that you could also watch on your own time. Just some interviews that we've done with some clients that have had a lot of success using MotoCommerce in the day-to-day. At the very bottom of here as well, in case you need some support and you're having some issues with accessing Moto Academy, you could contact the support team just by simply clicking this button, and it's going to open up a contact form. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through one of the courses quickly, just so you can kind of get the flow of what it looks like, and we'll do one of the quizzes as well. So we're going to jump into this course here. And then from here, it gives me the breakdown of what are the different lessons that are included within this course. So I'm going to click the Start This Course button, and it's going to take me to a separate module where I can navigate through all these lessons. So right now, it's showing me a play button, but when you actually start the course from the very beginning, it's going to autoplay the video. So let's say I watch this video from start to finish, and I want to complete it, or I don't want to watch the whole thing, I can go to the next lesson. And like Clara said, it's this non-linear setup, so you can jump between the lessons that you wish, or you can skip right into the quiz and complete it to get your certificate. So let's say I want to jump right into the quiz from here. So it's going to open up the quiz module, and then from here, it's going to walk me through 4 questions. So it tells me that I have 4 questions that I have to complete. It's going to take approximately 2 minutes, and the minimum passing score for this quiz is 60%. So the way we have it set up is there's no limit on how many quiz attempts you have, so you can do as many times as you wish. And then we're going to
hopefully you pass on the first attempt. Although even when I was testing it, there's some things that are tricky questions there.
So we're going to start with this one here. Let's go and check this. Hopefully my knowledge is pretty good. All right, so Jason, fine.
So really these, as Alex is going through this, these quizzes really just, they act kind of like as a refresher what you may already know, or something that information that you may have retained from some of these lessons as well. So it's just really just like quick snap questions to understand your knowledge and understanding around how the tool can help you and what kind of support it can provide in your sales engagement and conversion efforts.
So once I've completed my quiz, I'm going to wait for my results, and it's going to tell me whether I've passed or not. So I'm just going to wait for it to load. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening here, but in any case, I have already finished this quiz. I actually have this certificate available to me. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and I could see here that it's available. So if I click on that, it's going to show me that I have completed this course. Congratulations. And this is the name of the course that has been completed. The way we also have it set up is anytime you complete the course, you also can get an email notification letting you know that the course has been completed, as well as at the end, once you complete your final quiz, you will receive your digital retailing expert certification badge right inside your email, which we encourage you to share, whether it's on your LinkedIn or other of your associates, just to let them know you have passed the MotoCommerce and you understand the fundamentals of digital retailing. And that's basically it for the Moto Academy. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into Teach Me.
So as you can see, yeah, Teach Me is kind of like an extension of this, right? So we give dealers an overview and our dealer partners an overview of how the tool can help you. And then when we jump in here, it's in the back end of the dealer dashboard. So it gives you the ability to practice some of these elements or some of these tasks right within our own environment.
And once you are in your dealer dashboard, you're going to have these two tabs available to you. The first one is the actual walkthroughs. So once you click this, you'll get this module pop up. Depending what role you're in, you're going to see some or all of the lessons. So in this case, because I'm admin, I'm able to see all of the walkthroughs available. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to go through one of the walkthroughs. So let's say I want to work the deal and I want to select link sharing. So it's going to start the walkthrough and we're going to select Alex Smith. That's already set up here. So this is just a dummy account. There's no actual data available here. So it's going to tell me several shortcuts available to me. So it gives me a little bit of brief overview what is link sharing is. So I'm going to click next. And then from here is when I got to start to complete the actual tasks. So here it says forwarding your customer saved vehicle link via email or text message will direct them to a list of vehicles included in their shopping cart. So I can actually click this link and it's going to be copied right to my clipboard. Or my other option is to select any one of these links here. So I could see that based on this, Alex has already completed build and price. So I can copy this link here. Or I can simply select any one of these other links available that he hasn't completed steps for, but I want to drive him back into MotoCommerce. I have him to complete those steps as well. So once I did all those steps, it tells me that the best kind of practice is sharing links with your follow-up emails or text messages, a great low pressure way to encourage steps progression. So it kind of gives you kind of best practices as well. And at the end, that concludes that tutorial. So once the tutorial is completed, I could choose to open this module up again, and I can go into another walkthrough that's available to me. And the second tab that we have here is the resources tab. So this resource tab is created to give you kind of best practices as well as the how-to videos on how to use MotoCommerce in your day-to-day and how to really maximize on that at your dealership level. So some of the things we have available here is MotoCommerce marketing checklist, omnichannel best practices implementation. So let's say if you want to open up omnichannel best practices, then it's going to open up a PDF right within your dashboard. And you could go through the best practices we have available here. And in the future, we are going to be adding more resources as we go along. But these are basically the foundations that we have right now that you could use on your daily basis.
Thanks, Alex. And just to back on Teach Me just for a second as well. So basically any tasks that you might have to do in the tool are available in the walkthroughs there. So if you haven't been in the platform for a while, or you potentially just maybe had one training session and you're not 100% confident and you just want to practice at your own pace, this tool really helps you, even if you're dealing with a live customer as well, because it can actually help you walk through those steps. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
So just really to kind of like summarize of what we have gone through and what these two tools provide. So first of all, we covered and we talked about the Moto Academy. So we've broken everything down into quick bite-sized lessons as well that you can access anytime you want, anytime you have time. We know how busy you are as well. And it helps you increase your knowledge around the platform and how you can utilize it to help with your conversions. You can track your process easily. So if you don't have time to jump in there for a while, you can come back in and you know exactly what we have completed, and we actually reward you for your accomplishment and your time spent in there and your effort as well within the platform. And then the last piece we talked about was the Teach Me. So you've got easy to follow prompt, walkthroughs, right at your fingertips, so you can jump in there anytime. That's already enabled in the back end of the dealer dashboard, so check it out for yourself. And if you do have questions or if there's an additional workflows that you may have come across and we haven't included, feel free to reach out and we'll be happy to assist in at the end there. So how can you access these? So Moto Academy is available. You can see the link or the URL on the screen. So it's basically Moto Academy .motoinsight.com. And Teach Me, as mentioned, it's already available and enabled in your dealer dashboard as well. So I hope you find these tools useful. If you do have any comments or questions for us, please feel free to reach out or connect with your dealer success manager, who will be happy to walk you through those as well. Thanks again, and I hope you have an awesome day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.